I deeply apologize for what this intro is going to become. Fair warning.
The alpha, he ran up to me yesterday and he called me a stupid woman. Oh my god, it was so hot. and and now I'm in heat. I crave him. I want him so bad, but I'm just a stupid woman who can't even transform into a real werewolf. Woe is me. This is tragic. I can no longer resist the urge to mate. I need a I need the alpha. I need the alpha's not so bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Anyways, welcome back to gushycraft 2.0 episode 3.
I meant to record this speaking audio like last week, but that clearly did not happen. So I'm recording this while I eat my lunch, which consists of... Oh, excuse me, Jesus.
Excuse me.
Which consists of... I'm not editing that out. Which consists of ice cream, 3 different types of ice cream. I'm eating salted caramel, cookie dough, and vanilla. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about, Jesus. I'm going to talk about employment. Yay! I love employment. Anyways, starting off strong with resume, and start off, people don't actually ask me directly for employment advice because I am a sneaky little guy. I lie and I scheme, and that's how I get jobs, because if I'm forced to work in this apocalyptic hellscape of an economy, then I'm gonna make it work for me. So when it comes to starting off strong, I've been working. Oh shit! Broke my trash can. Oops. I've been working freelance art since I was like 14 or 15, doing silly little picture drawings for my friends periodically. Excuse me. Again, Jesus, I'm very burpy today. Anyways, oh my god, again. Ignore that. Anyways, and then when I was 18, I got my first real job. It sucked. And now I work in corporate healthcare, a specialist healthcare, so I'm not gonna tell you what specific specialty I work in, because that would dox me. Anyways, essentially, starting off strong with resumes, a little tidbit that I learned, like, a long time ago, and by a long time ago, I mean 8 months ago, I was talking to a friend of mine. Her name is Aria. She's very, very lovely. And she gave me a piece of advice that she learned from when she was homeless. And she said that, when she was homeless and applying to jobs, she literally just copied and pasted the job description into ChatGPT and said, make me a resume based off of this. And so I took that piece of advice and I used it. So whenever I would apply to jobs, I would just auto-generate a resume based off of the job description, and then I would, heavily edit it so that, I'm not lying too much that I get called on my bluff. But yeah, so, and those jobs, even using that very very calculated approach to making resumes. For quite a while, I had applied to like hundreds of jobs, literally hundreds, and still nobody was hiring. Nobody even like gave me a message back or anything like that, even just to say, sorry, not interested. But you know, it is what it is, and I don't know, it's no big whoop to me now. Anyways, yeah, so ChatGPT generated resume. Something I learned is that like if you embellish a little bit on your resume, like a lot of people think that you have to like list like 100% truthful things, and that's what employers want you to do. But I mean, I don't know. Little white lies, in my experience, don't really hurt that much. Like, yeah. like if I say like, oh, I have just under a year of experience versus like specifying how many months of experience, like it's still, you still get the same kind of, you still get the point, but like small little details are like worded differently so that like you look a little bit more fancy and professional. Yeah, and oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Hang on, I'm buffering. Shit, I should really script these videos, but I find that when I'm talking, just speedrun, ad-libbing it gets done a lot faster. I'm not even gonna talk about the build this, actually no, I will talk about the build, because the build that I did this episode, I'm gonna talk a bit about the build while I continue to buffer and forget what I was talking about. In this episode I built, like my friend Shard, he had asked me, like I had asked him, like, hey, what kind of house do you want me to build for you? And he said, I would like something kind of inspired by a Gothic library. So I decided I'm gonna make him a ruin, transformed into a kind of librarian-inspired house. So that's what I'm building in this episode. Oh yeah, resumes. Anyways, obviously, since I'm currently employed, one of my resumes did actually get me a job. Well, it at least got me, like, onto the next step of the interview process. Yeah, and, I remember what I was gonna say. A lot of people think that you actually have to list, like, individual references and every single, detail about, like, your previous job experience, but, like, you know, if you worked as a cashier or something like that, you don't have to list out every single thing that you did because most people know what a cashier does. And for resumes, I just learned that if you put references available upon request, that is just as good as listing off every single reference you can think of. Yeah, so it also, like, saves you a little bit on resume space for when it comes to, like, page-wise, because you're not supposed to have more than one page of a resume unless you're, like, a mega Chad in your industry and have just a hell of a lot of experience and expertise in one particular field. But for most of us plebeians, we just stick to one page to kind of just be like, here I am. Please give me money so I can pay to have my cat fixed, or something. Not fixed, but like, I need to pay for my cat's arthritis medication. So it's like, money please. Anyways, yeah. And then when it comes to like interviews, like as an interview process, also keep in mind, I, again, am a liar and a schemer. I am not 100% the best at giving solid, totally ethical advice when it comes to resumes and stuff, but like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to get a stable income. As long as you're not like hurting other people, you're fine. Anyways, interview time. So when it came to, like, for me anyways, when it came to my interviews, I always, like, sometimes I would give a 100% truthful answer and sometimes I wouldn't. For example, like when I was in my interview for Walmart, people, like, one of the questions was like, oh, if you have someone in your line as a cashier and like they have like a screaming baby, what do you do? And like me, despite the fact that I also worked in childcare for several years, but I actually don't like children at all in the slightest. So my initial response to being like, oh, there's a screaming baby, what do you do? I'm like, I get it. I run away. I like, but that's not an acceptable answer in a professional setting. So I can't be like, I hit the baby with a rubber mallet and run away. Like that's no. So in cases like that, I would be like, oh, I just try to scan the parents' items as fast as possible in order for them to be able to shift their focus onto their clearly distressed child. So like, which is basically the same thing as saying get it out of my face as fast as possible, but like with a lot more professional wording. Or like, oh shit, I can't even use examples from my most recent interview for my job. Actually no, I can. I'm just gonna be super vague about what the question that they asked me was. Like, one of their questions was something along the lines of like, how do you deal with difficult patients or customers? And my answer, like, my immediate response is like, tell them they're wrong and that I know more than them because I work here. But like, no. So instead I said, like, when it comes to dealing with difficult patients, I think communication is key because, one, that's just a factually true statement. And, like, communication is key, and oftentimes if you like I said, like, oh, I found that, like, if I kind of use accessible and easily digestible language, that people understand what I'm talking about a little bit easier, so that mitigates the amount of frustration that they feel. Which basically means, like, I explained it to them like they're 5. Like, so interview questions, it's all about how you word it, you know? And it's also about your demeanor. Because, like, if you're super, super nervous and stuff, like, if you're, like, yeah, like, if you're super nervous, or if you're stuttering a lot, or if you, like, don't present yourself like you know what you're talking about, the interviewer is going to be like, this guy doesn't know anything, he's a dum-dum, get him out of here. Which is not what you want when you have bills to pay and cats to feed, you know? Like, oh my god. Yeah. And then when you score the job, I don't know, my advice would be just keep your head low, just make sure you get your job tasks done in a way that doesn't, like, raise any red flags or anything like that, so, like, you're not, like, super, super lagging behind, or, like, if you have, like, my job was always like, oh, if you have questions, ask us, and I'm like, I don't have any questions, because I'm built different, and, I don't have any questions because I'm built different, and these suckers, these suckers aren't as, like, speedrunny as I am. Like, I'm super fast at doing things and picking stuff up. Like, I'm very independent as a worker, which is, I think, part of the reason that I personally got hired, but it's also because I present myself with a certain level of confidence and charisma that a lot of other people, specifically in my age group, in their 20s, like, a lot of people in their 20s don't actually present themselves with a very confident demeanor, which, you know, is fair when you grow up in an apocalyptic world, but also, again, fake it till you make it, buddy. Yeah, I think that's, like, the probably biggest piece of advice that I could give, which I think a lot of freaking employment coaches say. They're like, just present yourself with confidence, buddy, like, you'll be fine. But, like, it's genuinely something that I find works. Especially, like, if you have a useful skill that is applicable to your job. Like at my job, we use a lot of computers because, duh, healthcare. And we work with a lot of machines. So like my previous experience working, like my computer science degree from my college education, and my little mini crafting projects and stuff like that I did back in like middle school. So like working with small objects and mini like drill tools and stuff like that, doing crafts actually came in handy, because if you have skills like those that are applicable to your job and you're fairly confident in those, talking a little bit about those and trying to incorporate them into, like, specifically in interview questions, if you try to incorporate stuff that you know you're good at, it will boost your confidence and make you seem more like this guy knows what he's talking about. We need to hire him and give him like $1 billion or something like that. Oh my god, hang on, I need to blow my nose. Anyway, yeah, like, I'm back from blowing my nose, but I'm still eating my ice cream. Anyway, so yeah. Big pro tip: present yourself with confidence, and again, if you have like hobbies or interests or something like that may even vaguely apply to your job, like for example, if you work in a natural history museum and you're like, for example, like autistic and you know a lot about bugs, use that to your advantage, because let me tell you, jobs actually, like, even if you don't know everything that's applicable to your job, like, they like it a lot when you know something particularly useful about their job. Okay, I'm gonna finish my ice cream and record the rest of this. Fuck, I'm spilling ice cream. Fuck. Quick review on the ice cream. I got 3 flavors: 1 scoop vanilla, 1 scoop salted caramel, and 1 scoop cookie dough. This is pretty good. Solid 8 out of 10, I would say. Yeah. I don't know. My recording got interrupted, because I had to cough and check my voicemail. Because I saw that I had a missed call. Yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. I don't know. I really liked the way that this build came out this episode. And there is a little bit of a surprise later on. Not gonna spoil what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I don't know. I really like how it came out, because I'm trying to get better at building ruins, because like I like building them. I've built some before, and I don't know, I think they just add some character to the place. And I think I might try building a little bit of a nicer structure around the Nether portal next time. But we will see. We'll see. Anyways, this is the ruin, pretty much fully built. You can see like the bookshelves, the flowers, the bed, and yeah, I think I think the world is already looking pretty okay. I'm not uploading as often as I wanted to, but like, it happens. That such is life sometimes. Oh my god. Anyway, enjoy some elevator music while I go back to work and do my day job. Toodles.
The rest of this audio is recorded like a couple hours after that first segment. A lot has happened in the last 2 hours. I got a potential scam call saying that I owe $3,000 to the government. And then, like, literally 2 minutes ago, I got an email saying that, I now have an appointment booked for my endocrinologist so that I can move forward with hormone replacement therapy. It's been a roller coaster, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. Oh my god, I want to go home. I want to go home, but like, ugh, I gotta wait for work to be over for that. Because I'm recording this on my break. Anyways, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Anyway, it is time for the surprise reveal. Let's have a look inside my Waffle House. Okay, that was a little bit weird, but okay, whatever. Anyways, moving on. So, anyways, as I was saying, my endocrinology appointment is not gonna be for a little while. They booked it, for basically 2 months from now. Which is actually pretty good, considering a lot of people end up being on waitlists for like years and years and years. I'll probably make an update when that appointment happens. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm just in disbelief. 'Cause I went from like literally freaking out that I'm gonna potentially maybe owe the government fucking $3,000. Because of something that wasn't even my fault. Let me be clear. Oh my god. If I actually genuinely owe them money, it's quite literally because they fucked up, and now I'm paying the consequences for it. So I went from like freaking out about that to now being kind of just like, I'm so tired. But, you know, I got the endocrinology. I literally got the endocrinology referral, like, I went in to the clinic and got it done this past weekend, so like a pretty quick turnaround time actually. Yeah, so pretty big epic moment. I'm just gonna say the same thing that I say to people on TikTok. I will not be disclosing what kind of hormones I will be taking. That is between me and my endo. Yeah. At least I won't be publicly disclosing what kind of hormones I'll be taking. Like, I might tell my friends, but that's literally it. Yeah. So. But yeah, so that's what happened in the past 2 hours. And, I will literally be uploading this video as soon as this audio recording is done, and as soon as I put captions on this thing. So, oh my god. Yeah, I might just put on elevator music for the last, like, minute or so of this video, just... oh my god. Ooh, I still have to make a thumbnail for this video. Anyways, enjoy the music.